Welcome back to the channel. This presentation covers the fundamental concepts, components, and configuration of CUCM dial plans, the backbone of effective enterprise voice communication. Whether you're implementing your first CUCM deployment or looking to optimize an existing system, understanding these principles is essential for any telecom engineer. A dial plan is essentially the set of rules that determines how numbers are recognized, routed, and processed inside CUCM. Whenever a user dials a number, whether it's a 4-digit extension, a 10-digit local call, or international number, CUCM uses a dial plan to determine whether the dial sequence is valid, where the call should be routed, an internal extension, external line, voicemail, etc., if digit manipulation is required before routing, and which network resources to utilize for call processing. An effective dial plan balances user simplicity with network efficiency, allowing users to reach their desired destination with minimal dialing complexity while optimizing network resources. The dial plan in CUCM is made up of several key components. Directory numbers, or DNs. These are the extensions assigned to phones or devices. They're the building blocks of internal dialing. Route patterns. Think of route patterns as templates that match dialed numbers. For example, a pattern of 9.at might mean if a user dials 9 followed by any number, CUCM routes it externally. Partitions. Partitions are like containers or groups that numbers live in. They allow you to control who can reach which numbers. Calling search spaces, or CSS, a CSS is like a permission list. It tells CUCM which partitions a phone or devices is allowed to search when dialing. This combination of CSS and partitions provides call routing control. For example, blocking certain phones from making international calls. Route lists and groups. These are used when CUCM sends calls out to external gateways or trunks. Route groups contain gateways, route lists put groups in order, and CUCM chooses the best path. Translation patterns. These modify dialed numbers. For instance, you can translate a short 4-digit site code into a full 10-digit number before sending it to the PSTN. The power of CUCM comes from how these components work together. Partitions and CSSs create a permission-based system, while route patterns and translation patterns define how numbers are interpreted and manipulated. Let's walk through an example. A user dials 95551234567 on their IP phone. CUCM checks the phone's calling search space for access permissions. CUCM finds route pattern 9.at in an accessible partition. CUCM then strips the leading 9 and prepares a 10-digit number for routing. The call routes through a CUBE gateway to SIP trunk provider. This entire process happens in milliseconds, but understanding each step is crucial for effective troubleshooting and system design. These are some key takeaways. Why the dial plan matters. They determine how calls are interpreted, routed, and processed. They control calling permissions across your organization. They affect user experience through dialing complexity. They influence infrastructure utilization and call quality. Next steps. Learn how CUCM device pools and regions work together with dial plans to manage bandwidth and configuration settings across distribution environments. For troubleshooting dial plan issues, always trace the full call path, phone CSS to matching patterns to route lists to gateways or trunks. Best practices. Document your dial plan thoroughly using standardized notation and create a visual representation showing the relationship between partitions and CSSs. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. If you have a concept you would like discussed, feel free to throw your ideas into the comment section. See you in the next one.